It's time for Q&A in the Kitchen. It's a podcast and YouTube series where tattoo artists and piercer discuss some of the more common questions we get asked by people who collect tattoos and piercings. Brought to you in part by Skin Kitchen Tattoo and the Axiom Body Piercing Studio. Well, today what we're going to talk about is, and I'll get on to introductions after this, I screwed up. I got a bad tattoo or a bad piercing. What do I do? Our panel today is all the way over there. Jimmy St. John, tattoo artist at the Skin Kitchen. Right next to me is Jack Lowe, owner and operator and tattoo artist at Skin Kitchen. I'm DaVo. I own Axiom Body Piercing and I pierce. And then we have Brent Starr over here. He tattoos at the Skin Kitchen. So who wants to start this one off?
I'll go. No, I guess this is a pretty good question. I don't know where it came from or who came up with it, but it's a good one.
He said that because Jess came.
Oh, was it? Well, I didn't know. She might have got it off the bathroom wall or something.
Yeah, I don't trust her.
She likes to get her numbers from there.
But
that's how she found me.
That's how you guys hooked up.
Yeah.
You were a good time.
8675309.
You're responsible for her?
No, she found my number on the wall.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. It's a lot in a lot of places.
It is. I've been everywhere.
It's weird. It's like the only number I have memorized anymore. Like, when I was a kid, I had to memorize numbers because I didn't have a computer in my pocket to remember it for me.
Yeah.
Anyways, enough about how old I am. Well, first thing you should do is, how did I get into this position? And don't make those choices again.
Yeah.
Didn't go
Always
good.
do your homework.
Yeah, don't do that again. Whether it was a shop or a buddy or a drunken mishap, as I think doesn't happen as often as people like to say it does. I'm like, you're just taking the responsibility off yourself is all you're doing. You were awake and you were well aware, because that probably took about 7 hours. And I just don't think you slept through that whole thing.
No.
But anyway, no, you should talk to somebody who knows what they're doing, And if you got into that position because of you didn't want to pay the money or whatever, and my cousin can do it cheaper kind of thing, that's why that happened. So, and you're gonna have to pay even more now to fix or either cover what you got. So you're really putting yourself through way more than you should or even have to. Good tattoos are worth the money. It's a literally, and I fucking hate that fucking word.
Literally?
Oh, I literally hate it. Anyway, no, I got distracted. But anyway, yeah, you need to talk to somebody who knows what they're doing and just pay the money to get it fixed.
Yeah.
And removal a lot of times is no better. It's getting better, but it's it's still unnecessary.
Yeah.
So yeah, you need to do your research. But now that you've got it, you need to realize that depending on how bad it is, it's going to take some time to heal and for that skin to get healthy enough
to re-tattoo.
So yeah, to where you can poke a bunch of holes in it again. Although they be tiny, they be many.
Mm-hmm.
And skin, if it's overworked, it's basically all chop suey. It goes to put itself back together again, and it kind of has to guess and then make some extra tissue, and then that's scar tissue to fill in the blanks. And that doesn't tattoo or look the same as a healthy tattooed skin. So yeah, it's a big mess. So, and if it is overworked, then you're gonna have to wait even longer. But so you need to make a consultation with somebody you can trust, and that's we have episodes on talking about how to find that person. But make a consult and go in and get some good ideas, because
I would say a big part of it is make up your mind if you want to have it removed or if you want to cover it up. Most tattoo shops, we deal in covering up, which means you're going to get a larger, more involved tattoo to cover what you covered up. You're trying to kind of take the eye away from you, trying to hide it, so to speak. Beware of the shops that say, I'm going to color it with your skin tone or stuff like that. That's not really, I've never seen it work real well.
That's not feasible that I've ever seen.
If you got something dark or black or, like that, you can't put tan over top of it and cover it up. That doesn't work.
No,
It's a primer problem.
the colors
you're
aren't.
you're not a wall.
The way I
Yeah.
explain it is, it's basically you're mixing, the second color with the first one. You're not covering it up like paint.
Yeah.
You're more mixing liquid paint in
Right.
cups. So you can only dilute so much because that cup's
Yeah.
only so big.
Yeah, because that pigment's still there under your skin.
Right. And it's
But,
not going
it's
anywhere.
not going anywhere.
And like it doesn't lay in your skin in layers. It just both cohabitates in that layer and
Yep.
mixes. So
And the results are not going to be great because if you're mixing two colors, you're going to get God knows what come out of that.
Usually when
Well,
you mix everything, it's like
actually-
a brown or
actually, there's a pretty good theory on what colors you mix to get other
I
colors.
get
So,
that, but I mean,
yellow and blue make green. Everybody should know that one. From
but if you're
Ziploc.
trying to pump white into black,
you
doesn't
get
work.
gray.
yeah,
It'll
Yeah.
gray it out.
and yellow,
You're mixing with it. But if you've got red and you want purple, then get a little blue and
Put it in
dust
there
and
and
go over the
purple
top,
up.
and it'll be a rich, deep purple.
Okay, so one question, because I know that's why Jesse was thinking about this, is that she heard of the tattoo over thing.
Yeah.
Let's say probably the most primary example of mistake tattoos is the name's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So you get home, you take the bandage off, or you go and show it to your loved one, and they go, "Oh, so who is this Corey with 2 R's?" Is there anything you can do at that point to make it easier to fix that?
Just heal it and come back and see us. And
Nah.
I can do
better than that.
Really fix it because like you can't write another letter over a
I
letter.
get
You
that,
can't
yeah.
Giving
scratch
up-
it out. You can't.
You're giving up hope too soon, brother.
I was just gonna say we cover it up. What would you do to it?
Well, I would tell them that anything they could do to lighten that during the healing process, they should do, but not to the point of hurting themselves or scarring themselves. But when you've got a light scab on there, brushing or picking that off will lighten it up at least a little bit.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they still use it now, but they used to have. God, do you remember? Were you there when we went and did that consultation thing at the laser?
No,
Removal.
I didn't go to that.
Well, he was talking about a laser that they can use within the first several days of getting the tattoo. It was a specific type, and I don't know if that still exists or not. So you might want to call your laser
and check it
removal. This sounds so weird.
Yeah.
You might want to change your or call them and see if that's still something available. But yeah, you got to remember that the hole that the artist made and put some ink in there, that is still open. That that hole is not closed off yet. So
Right.
Theoretically, if you had the courage and strength to scrub or exfoliate. You're going to lighten it a lot. You're not going to get it all.
Okay,
ever.
so the thing I would ask is like soaking in a clean, and I mean clean, hot bath.
No, you're going to
wouldn't
have to
help?
physically exfoliate it, like with
Okay.
a bristle, like a
a-
brush.
Like
Maybe
a
like some
fingernail brush or
pumice
something
or
like that.
something.
Yeah, like hot compresses with the other wing. I was going to say, but if it doesn't work in that direction, that's not going to work either.
Yeah, and really, that's just kind of that's iffy too, because like I said, you can
You
go
can
too
scar it
far, and
really
then you're going to hurt your skin, and it's But yeah, best thing is let your artist know the second something like that were to happen, because then maybe they can suggest these things if you or they might have their own kind of idea of what's going to make it better. I don't know all the tricks. No artist knows all the tricks. They know some tricks,
Yeah.
and they use them the best they can. So, your artist that you went to might have either a clever way or maybe a substance that he got from some guru on top of a mountain when he went on some soul-searching
That
trip
works.
that glows in the dark and
Yeah.
May
So-
or may not give you some type of weird reaction.
yeah. And because wouldn't it be a shame if you went back after it was healed and said, "Oh yeah, I noticed right after," and he said, "Oh, I could have totally got that out of there if you would have just called me." So you want to call him because I want to be made aware if something like that ever happens. So I can do what I can to
And
make
also
it better.
begin to formalize a kind of a game plan.
Yeah, and because some people are going to be, this is irreprehensible and I want blood, and other people are going to be, man, I get it, whatever we can do to make it cool, that's good with me. So yeah, it's everybody's going to feel a little bit of different way about it. So, talk to the dude or girl.
I think the biggest thing is
Unicorn.
don't panic.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't become over emotional about it.
Yeah.
It's everybody in that. I don't know how common it is for you guys, but I know it is because I've heard clients say it's like, you're gonna be mad at me.
Oh, I know. Right.
I went to blah 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 and blah 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 blah, and they did this on me, or they pierced me, and it's horrible. We're here to help,
Yeah,
especially if you're paying us.
Yeah, and
we've made mistakes in life.
man, we're human.
Well, speak for yourself, man. No, but yeah, we want you to have a good experience with a tattoo, no matter who or where. If we can help you be happy about your tattoo experience, then that's cool. That's great for us, and the tattoo community at large. You're welcome. But
but I mean, yeah.
But yeah, no. There's I can't remember the last time I looked at somebody and said, just no, I can't do a thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's always
Something,
and the more people you talk to, like I said, the more chance you have of coming across that person who knows that trick to help you, or have that spark of genius that makes that go away in some other trick or type of cover up, or whatever it is. Because I've seen some clever stuff that if you locked me in a room and said the only way you're coming out is to think of that clever of an idea to cover that, I would die in there. Because man, just it blows me away. Some things.
Yeah.
Doesn't somebody still make a product that like the wrecking ball, whatever balm?
That's balm.
Yeah,
I don't think they make it anymore.
Yeah, did it work?
Because it didn't.
I had an artist.
Okay.
I actually had an artist at the shop who was trying to remove a chest tattoo with it, and basically he broke it down to it was an abrasive kind of toothpaste-ish sand, abrasive goop that you put on, and then it came with this little disc sander.
Oh,
It was like a spinning brush, or
cool.
and you would grind the pumice or whatever it was.
Yeah.
You were basically, literally, God, there it is, sanding off your skin.
Yeah.
Using an electric sander.
You know any good auto body man?
Yeah,
Well, I mean, that was
it's
the
pretty much what it
original.
was.
The original like plastic surgery way of removing
That was it.
tattoos before lasers was abrasion with
Yeah.
a belt sander, basically.
And there's another way they did it with the balloon under the skin.
yeah.
And this is the most brutal. Like,
Wow.
talk
It's
about
like medieval.
Talk about the most over-the-top way to remove a tattoo. Like, show me a tattoo that deserves to be removed like this. So say you got an anchor on your bicep and, you want to get it removed. So the doctor will surgically insert a bladder behind the tattoo that he fills with saline over time, more and more, and you will wear this big goiter on whatever body part long enough to where the skin is stretched up and stretched out enough to where they can literally cut your tattoo off and then sew your arm back together.
That's messed up.
Holy
It's
crap.
horrible.
Dude, that is extreme. Like,
That's
Yeah.
way
and I have
horrible.
met people more than a couple that have had that type of removal
wow.
done.
Fuck that.
Damn.
Like, that just blows me away that a tattoo was that serious at a certain time. At least they thought. Like, I
Yeah.
can't
I would much rather
imagine.
get a bigger, cooler tattoo and just cover it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
today and the way everything is, but back, 50, 80 years ago,
I guess, yeah.
it was a way bigger deal.
Wow.
Well, I mean, it was there. You had limited options.
When I was in Virginia, I worked for a dude. He got this little bottle of stuff that's supposed to remove tattoos, and it was like a.
Booze.
I'm not. Well, no, it was like like some kind of like almost peroxide kind of mix,
Oh, yeah.
and you would pour it in your ink cap, take your tattoo machine, and tattoo over it, and it would foam up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And, like,
because
it would
it had
foam
hydrogen
and-
peroxide in it. It was coming.
Well,
in
it had some other
contact.
chemicals in it too, and it would foam the ink up, and the ink would come up and foam up.
Yeah.
And like over a period of time, like you would wipe it off, clean it, and then like it would scab up another foamy like scab and harden. You'd peel that off, and it would keep doing it until it healed up, and then you would do it a couple times, and like it removed the tattoo they were trying to remove. But it looked brutal, and God knows how many people would have a reaction to it, because I don't know what all the chemicals are that's in it.
I had a boss.
And that's Ollie. It just
Sure.
that's why I want to put in this kind of disclaimer. If you go on the internet and you start searching for how to remove a tattoo, and you get all these ads for all these miracle creams, don't buy that stuff.
Yeah, a lot of times
don't recommend
it's nothing more than just gouging it out or burning it off.
Yeah,
Really,
I've seen-
because that's really the other than a laser, which does not burn the tattoo off. It
Breaks up.
molecularly
It dissipates it.
explodes it.
Yeah.
Basically, like when you hit a piece of glass with a bullet, it fragments those pieces out small enough to where the little fighters in your blood come up and they can grab it, and then they go out your poop.
Yep.
But anyway, every time I talk about poop, I just go off the rails and I forget what I was talking about.
Your old boss.
boss.
Yeah, he had some magic concoction like that he used one time on an unfortunate mishap he had. And, it's the same old story. Died with it, never wouldn't tell me what it was. I'm like, what am I going to do? Dupe it and get rich on, No, man.
I've seen old tattooers tattoo distilled water over something while it's still fresh, and just tattoo just run over it and really get it watered down and try to put the water in to break up the pigment.
Yeah, and that's again, that's a strategy, because it's basically like trying to get paint out of a sponge with needles.
Yep.
Yeah. It doesn't.
I mean,
matter
you're
at all.
never going to get it all out
Nope.
with what you can do without destroying the sponge.
Nope.
You can only do so much for so long before it's
Falls apart.
you're in big trouble.
Oh.
Yep.
So yeah, it's different for. There's no the same answer for two people, but a lot of times, what I was thinking when you had it was probably baking soda because of the oxygenation that
The
happens.
foaming.
And then an acidic, probably a lemon, like a lemon
like
juice or some sort of,
Some kind of citric.
acid. Citrus kind of acid. And then don't go out and do
Try
this
to
to yourself.
concoct that.
Yeah, don't try
Yeah.
to make these concoctions and tattoo yourself with them.
No,
Like,
I
it's
have
really-
headlines
that's
now.
Not good.
I have no idea if any of it works.
Person gets bad tattoo, listens to podcast,
Right.
Tries to remove.
tries to
dies.
remove with chemical compound
No.
unknown.
Yeah,
Death by turpentine.
Tide pods.
allegedly,
Yeah.
that's what people have done. And I do not.
There's always
Recommend it.
sandblasters.
Yeah.
But,
Basically, to be honest, with you, like I said, don't panic. And come up with a game plan.
Yeah.
And the reality is that you're still alive. You're still a human being.
It's just a tattoo, man.
Your friends are going to give you loads of crap about it, maybe.
And now you can get a bigger, cooler tattoo.
And now you can get a better tattoo because now you know a little bit better.
and realize that the artist wants to do the best they can. And there are, I'm sure, some artists out there that love doing that type of work.
Right.
But most of us, I think, find it a challenge.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
that it's not a wanted thing, but it's just what an artist usually will grab a clean canvas to paint his painting,
Right.
not try to have to paint over another painting if he doesn't
Well,
have
the
to.
only thing with
But-
covering stuff up is you're limited.
Limited.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If you get let's say a nautical star, size of a 50-cent piece on you, it's got black in the color, black in the color, black in the color. It's a very dark tattoo. I'm not going to cover it up with Jesus' face. I'm not going to cover it up with praying hands, because all that stuff has light gray or white or skin tone in it for the highlights.
And it might look.
that will not cover up a tattoo.
and it
You're
might-
limited.
Might
That's
look
why.
good for 5 minutes.
Well, it won't look good for 5 minutes. It's going to show through.
Yeah.
That's why you
Yeah,
get
it's
like
gotta be dark.
an animal with fur to break it up into the fur. Florals, so you can hide it behind where not where the flower is so much, but like where the leaves and stuff are like that, or the dark behind the leaves and in between the leaves, or you know what I mean. You want stuff like that, or a bird with feathers to.
You
break it up.
basically want hiding places.
Yeah,
you want to
create an
camouflage.
illusion. You're trying to pull the lightest part away from that darkest part and use the darkest part over that part and kind of move it around so it's not so obvious and eye drawing anymore.
Yeah,
and there's
pull the eye
in
away
some
from it.
cases it's poor execution of that design. So if you have somebody that's a more skilled artist, they can go back in and fix some of the problems that are in it. You guys do a lot of reworking of tattoos. I've seen the difference.
Yeah,
I
remodeling.
mean that's remodeling or renovation maybe.
yeah, renovating the tattoo, revamping.
And it's important. Like I said, you just got to learn from your mistake and learn from your experience.
Yeah, and you just got to be open to what the options are you can do. You know,
and be ready to spend the money if and remember that that's the reason that you're in this predicament more than likely anyway. Some people I've seen, they do what they thought was good research and spent
Still
good
got
money
screwed.
and still got
Still
dinged.
got dinged. Yeah.
But most of the time when they're that bad, it's it's a basement sort of situation where there was the best intentions, I'm sure, because everybody's got to start somewhere. I get it, but we are left as the artist to try to get you out of that situation. So, be nice. Trust me. We want to do the, we wish we could just wipe it off.
No, we can't tattoo names over names.
Yeah, that does not work.
Yeah, we could do a whole.
You can write it on a piece of paper and then write somebody else's name on yours, and it's horrible, just like it would on you.
We should do one of our quick little things we've been doing.
With
the Tattoo Who Knew.
Yeah.
Series. That would be a good one to talk about real quick and use the iPad or something.
Yeah, if you guys haven't watched it, we've been rotating through the fellers on tattoo subjects, some of the more common questions. Kind of like this, but a condensed version.
It's like, the quick breakfast in the microwave version.
Yeah, very short
those
down,
have been
scaled
going
down,
out.
just one person kind of thing.
Going out every Thursday.
Yeah. It's
Now,
really been fun.
I guess I should talk about piercing because it was in the title.
Okay.
Excuse me. The first thing you need to do is you need to contact the person whoever did it and ask them what the deal is if you have a problem with a piercing. If you do not feel like you're getting a satisfactory answer, reach out to somebody else in the community. Anybody that is worth their weight in salt with piercings, they're going to either give you a reason why it's like that at that point in time, because it might be early in the stage, so it's going to be swollen, it's going to be red, it's going to be agitated. That doesn't necessarily mean that things have gone the wrong way. Everybody else, after you get past that and maybe something else is going on, like the piercing's crooked, the piercing jewelry is falling apart, what have you, the first thing I, as a piercer, are going to ask you to do is come in and have me take a look at it, because I want to see it firsthand, because that's the only way I'm going to really know what's going on. If you feel like the piercing is completely screwed up and is not, like the angle's totally off or what have you, just take the jewelry out, let it heal, give it about 2-3 months for your body to reconstruct that tissue, and then redo it. If it's screwed up from the beginning, don't try to wait out it getting better, because it isn't. And the longer you leave that jewelry in, the more scarring you're going to see, and the more it's going to affect how that area looks in the future.
But you don't just want to pluck it out, though, right?
No.
Yeah.
If there's a problem and you're a little unsure what the hell's going on, go see an expert and have them take a look at it. Plus, we have a policy, me personally, if I screwed up or I feel like it's an error on the part of myself or my apprentice or somebody I'm in charge of and gives my blessing, I will re-pierce it absolutely for free. Because I want that piercing to be right.
What
I want
about
you to be able
puppies?
to have it the rest of your life if you want to.
Would you give them a puppy as well?
No, we don't
No
have
free
any-
puppies?
Oh,
What do you
Aw.
imagine?
We got to get rid of those puppies somehow. You should.
Yeah.
We got to think of something.
God, can you imagine if we had puppies in the back?
We don't.
She
have
would
puppies.
never do anything.
Oh, I
No,
know.
it'd be horrible.
Yeah, we don't.
My wife, I'd have
Problems.
1,000 puppies in my house. It'd be horrible.
Uh-huh.
The other thing is, like with jewelry, basically you get what you pay for, and it's just the same with tattooing. Do your research beforehand. Even in the best situations, best piercers, I've known people that are like up there as a reputation wise and saw some things that they did by mistake.
Yeah.
And your honest to goodness great piercers, in my opinion, are the ones that go, you know what? That doesn't look right to me. Let's fix this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If they value their own work and want want if their name means anything, and really other than personal pride and satisfaction or whatever, you have to have
it's
that.
everything.
You have to have that.
Yeah.
Yeah. so-
Everybody has an off day. And the biggest thing is if they start trying to blame me for it, then
Right.
probably wasn't your fault in the first place.
Right. Yeah.
If they're very defensive about it. But they we both, as you're hiring me to do something, the same thing with tattooing, but we share a goal. And if you don't feel like you're sharing that goal with your artist, then you're at the wrong studio with the wrong people.
Right.
Everybody kind of quibbles over price or this style or that style. The bottom line is that you both should be united in this idea that you want to create the best work possible.
Absolutely.
You're gonna make me tear up, man.
But that's what it is.
Exactly.
Otherwise, you're not
That's what
passionate
you
about what you're doing. It's just about the money.
Yeah.
And you're not passionate about getting anything. It's
Right.
just how much you have to pay for it.
Yeah.
I had a consult just yesterday or something, and the guy was like, after the consult, when we were setting him up, he's like, "I like your energy, man. I like your energy. I'm excited." And I was thinking, I'm like, Oh,
It's awesome.
I guess I am. It just didn't seem out of place for me. I'm like, yeah. You're booking me for a back piece, and are you kidding me? That's like one of the. Of course, I'm happy, and excited to do it. I, definitely not playing a role at all when it comes to that. But it made me realize that. Oh, okay, yep.
I actually like my job.
I really must love this shit. So
it's a team effort.
I do, man. I love it.
I mean, and time and time again, I'll have clients go, this is a really great experience. I had fun doing this.
Good.
And it's like,
that's one of the best compliments you could get.
Yeah, it really is.
We're supposed to joke around. We're supposed to have a good time. We're supposed to get to know each other. So we know a little bit about each other.
So when I come charging at you with this razor sharp tube that I'm going to extract flesh from your face with, it's not so bad.
Yeah.
We're nice guys.
So we're friends before we stick you.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why, normally I'm just like a clown, but it's dirty. It's in the cleaners.
I blame it on those it movies.
Could you imagine? How many of you would go to a piercer who dressed like a clown? Like, I want to know in the comments or something if that would, because maybe that would be a niche thing. Like, oh, I got this tattoo by the crazy clown. I don't know.
So many people
But it depends on what type of
these
clown
days.
it is.
Yeah.
Is it Shakes the Clown? The alcoholic clown?
No, that's not good.
Is it a rodeo clown?
Something like Puddles.
Like Puddles.
Is it, a guy that doesn't talk. He just mimes all over everything.
God.
He sings.
Or just sings an opera.
Oh, boy. Yeah, that's just trying to lose business, I think.
Or is he like the horror clown or killer clown?
Captain Spaulding?
I think the more pleasant and not trying to be scary a clown looks, the more creepy it is.
Yeah.
The more you're trying to look, well, then you're just more of a monster. And that's like the clown, the innocent, I'm happy as I'm stabbing you through the face part isn't there,
Well, I mean, part of it is I think that they're kind of like, we as humans have kind of a little bit of, maybe it's just a Midwestern thing, we get suspicious of people that are being overly nice to you.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the vibe that I think a lot of people get from clowns. Like, you're really trying to make me laugh, and
isn't that universal?
Good job.
I always thought Bozo was cool. I don't know.
But don't you think that's universal?
Well, Ronald McDonald, no, that guy's
most people would be.
Well, Ronald is not your friend. He's trying to feed you bad stuff.
He's trying to kill you in your heart.
Yeah.
He is.
No, it's not very.
Internally out.
I don't think he meant to at first, but now I just think he just doesn't care. So he's just got used to that lifestyle. What is he going to do? Not sell burgers now? I mean, he's been selling burgers for how many years? He can't just change careers.
Just look up McSabbath.
He's stuck in it and unsatisfied, just like most other those poor saps out there.
Maybe he could, put out some rap records and start hanging out with the
Justice for Ronald McDonald. It's not his fault.
Yeah, just watch McSabbath. You'll see where Ronald's went down.
They're just not hiring clowns anymore. They got a bad rap.
There's a lot of them.
Krusty's pretty cool on Simpsons.
That's not
Rusty
Ronald McDonald though.
No, it's Krusty. He's way cooler.
Yeah.
I just don't see how it correlates.
I don't know how we got off on clowns.
I thought we were talking about the persecution of Ronald McDonald. But
okay.
I guess.
Well, yeah. I mean, the poor guy. The original one was
the Burger King locked him up.
No.
The original Ronald McDonald was played by the guy that was a weatherman on the Today Show.
That was Bozo. It was
no.
What's his name?
No. What are we talking about? Anyway,
Charles Weathers or whatever.
The big guy, the guy that was known for being very, very
portly,
big, and then he lost a lot of weight. I don't
smaller port.
I know you're talking about. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, that was one of his early gigs. Was playing Ronald McDonald, and it was really surreal with like a soda cup for a nose.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing those pictures, like a paper hat and a solo cup on his face or something. Yeah. The creepiest crap ever. I mean, I think that's part of the reason, our parents and grandparents are so fucking hard.
What is Grimace?
They just grew up with terror
Grimace
everywhere they look.
I think it's like the first Barney experiment went wrong.
All these things have gone away, thank God.
He's probably Barney's father.
Oh, that would be a creepy dude.
Yeah, there's
Grimace.
That was an accidental success, Barney.
Yeah.
Started out.
That's so Grimace from Ronald McDonald. You know who makes more sense? Grover.
Yeah, Grover was cool.
Like, I could see Grover being his dad. He just looks all kind of shredded all the time, like he's all stressed out and, drinks too much and has some crazy freaking kid out there who's just a maniac.
He also let it get off the lawn.
Right, yeah. And he's got like a dirty,
big, giant cigarette.
Dirty tank top when he's not filming, he just stumbles around the house and fucking eats Hot Pockets. Just as a mess, just totally fucking over it.
His wife hates him.
It's just a shill to the frickin' corporation that pays.
I think
I used to be something.
I think you just described my next tattoo.
Oh, he's just used up, man.
Sounds great.
I think Mayor McCheese got locked in his limo and ate himself to death.
Like he doesn't look at his pistol to make sure it's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks at it a lot. Yeah, that's poor Grover.
Poor Grover.
Well, on that note,
and signing
He
off.
was in the bathroom with Cookie Monster when he OD'd on the chocolate chip cookies.
Those guys have kind of carry each other. Yeah, it's sweet, but it's destructive.
Enabling, yeah.
Well, yeah, they're there to help each other, and their type of help costs $80 a gram, and
Yeah, it's expensive.
and that doesn't get you nowhere.
you end up living in a trash can.
It's horrible.
well-
Yeah, you're moving in with Oscar now.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, Oscar always
Oscar
seemed
the
like
Grouch.
he was the Willard dealer.
yeah, and everybody acts like
Willard
they don't-
Scott.
secretly the businessman.
Willard Scott is the guy you were thinking about.
That's right, Willard Scott. Yeah,
He's a clown.
He
was
was.
originally
He also was
clown.
on Bozo.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
best
earlier.
clown movie ever. And then
Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Shakes the Clown.
Shakes is pretty good, but I like Killer Clowns from
Yeah,
Outer Space.
Shakes is good.
yeah. Bobcat's funny.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
This hasn't devolved any, has it?
No, it totally has. So
I think it's fun.
I think, yeah. You can
This is what you happen when you film at a different hour than you normally film.
Yeah.
It's kind of maybe it's great.
Just so everybody
like it.
knows, these
Yeah,
two
we'll
are
see.
going to Sturgis.
Yeah.
Well, in Jess. So we needed to get one in the can right away. And the two of us, the Iron Men, are going to hold down the fort because we don't
They
take
are.
vacations.
To make it possible for
Don't
Yeah.
ever.
They're the reliable, responsible ones.
to make it possible for me to take a week off a year
Yeah, I know.
and go ride my
Just
motorbike
joking.
around.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah. So we're taping after work, after
Yep.
we've worked and stuff. So
It feels different.
it
Yeah.
totally
Does.
Yeah,
different.
It's
The energy's different.
because we've been working all day and we're ready to get out and hit the streets.
Yeah, I feel
Burn
a
it
little,
down, baby.
I feel a little more dangerous right now.
Yeah. Well, and we already had Popeyes, so there's not much.
There
more
might be the
dangerous
spice in
I
the
can do to
Popeyes.
this.
Could be.
Yeah.
Did,
All the grease.
Did you guys eat Bolta's eyes, or did you save one for me?
It tasted kind of.
We saved
there
your
was some
forearm.
olive oil in there.
Oh man!
Sounds like some kind of lubricant ski.
Oh, I'm gonna laugh later about that.
Poor Bluto.
He brings it on himself.
He does.
Yeah, well, Popeyes has always been better than Wimpy's Burger.
Yeah, as long as they don't make me eat the
Yeah.
spinach, we're good.
I've never had a Wimpy's burger.
I had it somewhere, and it was not anything special.
That's what was so special about it. They always look like shit.
Yeah.
I'm
You
going
know,
to movies.
It was kind of like a White Castle-ish type.
White
of
Castle
thing.
rocks.
White Castle.
That's what
I
I
love
would
White Castle.
imagine that
You would.
thing being.
I do. I love White Castles. I went there for my
Good stuff.
reception after my wedding in Vegas, actually.
It tastes like to me. It tastes like undercooked hamburger.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
Yeah,
Oh no,
But it's not.
It's got holes in it. It's a little weird.
it's a
But
texture.
hey,
The onions and all this stuff.
So we killed this
Delicious.
enough.
Yeah.
thanks.
Let's go to movies.
Well, hey, thanks for watching and listening to all this. Whatever you do.
Whatever the hell it was.
I'm glad you chose to kill some time with us and possibly learn something about some tattoos and some piercings and stuff. And you got the bonus of fast food, clowns, and what else did we talk about?
All kinds of good stuff.
Willard Scott.
And all the subliminal stuff.
And all, yeah. And yes. Anyway,
Don't play it backwards.
if you enjoyed this, please share with other people because sharing is caring. Also, if you liked it, like it because we like it when you like it. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe wherever you're listening to this or watching this. If you'd like to buy some merch, you like t-shirts and such, check out our merch store. Link is in the description. Till next time, here's hoping all your tattoos and piercings heal with ease and without a single issue. And if you're in the Des Moines, Iowa area, we would all love to see you for your tattooing and body piercing needs in the future. Have a good day, everybody. Take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Be good.